Let's go into what this drum machine can and what it can't do. What can it do? Well, the most obvious is play drums, and it does a pretty damn good job at that too. What can it do? It's not a drum and bass machine, so you don't have any bass sounds in here. You can create your own kits and save those to user locations. You can either start from scratch, or you can edit one of the preset kits and save that to a user location. You can create your own drum loops, either editing the presets or creating your own from scratch, again saving those to a user location. You can go into a song mode and chain your loops together to make a song. 7 velocity sensitive pads, and like all Zoom drum machines, these velocity sensitive pads will also double for other functions, and some of them are triple functions. And to access those, you simply press the function button and whatever pad you want. And for example, pad 3, by pressing that and the function key, I can access the quantize settings. Another thing it can't do is it does not have built-in effects. So for those of you who are looking to be able to adjust reverb or maybe add a delay to your snare, you can't do that. But Zoom didn't leave you completely in the cold. Although it doesn't have a dedicated effects section, the samples themselves, they were not sampled dry. They sampled these drum kits with a little bit of room ambience, so they don't sound like they were recorded inside of a cardboard box, so that's a good thing. Recording on this is very simple. You have a copy option, so you don't have to keep re-recording a pattern. If you want to make a variation, you can simply copy that pattern to another user location and make changes. You can copy a preset pattern to another user location and make changes to it as well. You can copy one of the preset kits to a user location and make changes to it as well. Deleting a pattern is simple, or anything is just simply pressing the delete button once and twice to confirm it. Let's get into some of the sounds here. I'm going to press the kit button, and I'm going to go to preset kit number 1. And if you listen, the kits are pretty clean. Bank number 2. Now when I said bank number 2, there are 7 velocity sensitive pads, but each drum kit has 2 banks. And you can access those banks by pressing the bank button, so it gives you a total of 14 different sounds per kit, okay? And again, like I said, the sounds are pretty decent. They don't sound too bad. And again, you've got, I think it's 50 preset drum kits on here. Okay, and again, you can go under and you can edit those any way that you want. You can assign different instruments to different pads, adjust the tuning of each pad, adjust the panning left or right, or you can adjust the level of each pad. Recording your drum loops is very simple. How you record those is by simply going into your pattern mode. I'm on an empty pattern. I'd say, just for this video, I'll make this pattern 2 bars. I press my function button. I press my pad number 5. Allows me to go into the bar length. I can make it 4 bars. I can make it 2 bars, 1 bar. My tempo is set at 120. I'll set it down to about 112. And this tempo button also functions for tap tempo. You can tap your tempo in as well. And to start recording, it's very simple. I'm going to press the record button, the play button. 4 bar count in. Now watch this. What happened, there was a quantize kicked in. I intentionally lagged my timing a bit. I kind of fell behind the metronome, and then I intentionally went ahead of the metronome to show you how the quantize, once a loop repeats itself, takes those notes and pulls the timing in tighter. Very easy to do. Now let's say, for example, I want to create another variation of that pattern, and I don't want to re-record it. I can press the insert copy button, and I press the plus button here, and I'm going to copy it to user location number 2. Press copy again. Now I have 2 versions of the same pattern. There's 1, there's 2. Now on this section, I may want to add a ride cymbal. So what I'm going to want to do is I want to take out the hi-hat both open and close. So I press the record and play button. It goes into record mode. I press and hold the delete erase button while holding that in. For the duration of the loop, it'll take out the part to whatever pad that I'm pressing. Okay, now I've taken that out, and I can go back in, and now I'm going to add a simple ride cymbal. And again, I'll let the quantize pick it up. Very easy to do. And I can keep doing that, and I can make fill-ins, I can do intros, and I can do endings. And then I can go under my song mode, and I can chain all those patterns together. A very easy thing to do. You can also play these patterns, or play the drum kits manually. A lot of people I know like to do that. They like to take their kits and so you can do that as well. And another neat feature on the back is it does have a foot switch jack, so you can plug in a foot switch, and you can use that foot switch to either open or close the hi-hat. You can use that foot switch to do the bass drum as well, to kind of open up your hands a little bit. Let's see, on the back here in your connections, it has a standard MIDI in. I just showed you the foot switch jack. It doesn't have left and right output. I wish it did, but again, it's a budget drum machine, so your output options are simply one jack, and that is the headphone and output jack being the same. It is the larger connection. It's not the 1/8 inch, it's the 1/4 inch connection. The adapter does not come with this drum machine, so you have to buy that separately, but it does run on 4 AA batteries, and you get a hell of a lot of battery life out of the batteries on this drum machine. It uses very little battery power. Again, it's a very affordable drum machine. It's probably the most affordable one on the market. It only costs $99. I paid more for this one, though, because I bought mine when they first came out. But for $99, you really can't beat it. If you're looking for an inexpensive drum machine to add to maybe a digital setup, if you've got like a digital 4-track, 8-track, or 12-track recorder, or even larger, some of them are 24 and 32 tracks. If you're a guitar player and you're just looking for some drums to jam to as well, again, you can't go wrong with this machine. For $99, it's worth every penny. If anybody has any questions, just drop me a line and I'll try and answer them the best that I can.